So yesterday we have discussed about glacial lake outburst. So today Hindu front page also covers the same topic, that so many people have died due to these unfortunate incidents. So as one of the one other newspaper article says, there are around 7,500 glacial lakes in Himalayan areas. How many? 7,500. So it's a huge number of glacial lakes. What are glacial lakes? I told you, lakes which are fed by glaciers. Okay, so in geography, in future classes also we will discuss what is glacier, why glaciers are melting. One reason is global warming, the other one is anthropogenic activities. Apart from this, the one more linkage that they have attached to this is probably the Nepal earthquake. Nepal earthquake might also have some impact on the lake. Okay, and then they argue that a dam with full of water has been opened the gates which feeded the flow of the rivers, which also might be one of the reasons for the unfortunate disaster. Okay, so as we have discussed earlier also, disaster management is not only about what happened before it, what happened during the disaster, and what happens after the disaster. As a potential bureaucrat, your job is to not only see the problem, your job is to see the solution. In future, what will we do in the eco-fragile Himalayan region to reduce the glacial lake outbursts? Okay, so that is one thought process you have to develop. Okay, next, and I think Indian Express, no, Hindustan Times or Times of India editorial also argues that a dam has been damaged. A hydel, I think Indian Express only, a hydel project has been damaged. One second. Right. Right. So if you see the last paragraph, the northeast is a key place to hydel power push, which is very important for India's energy security. Hydel power means running water, we need to generate the electricity. But the thing is, the 3-stage hydroelectricity project is also a major source of revenue for Sikkim. Okay, so Sikkim state is a very tourism based state. It is generating revenue by selling the electricity. But because of the hydel projects in such eco-sensitive areas, okay, it also has the side effects of disaster management. So whatever money you made by selling electricity, equal amount or more probably is now needed to repair the entire damage. Okay, clear? See, it's a dilemma of environment versus development. India needs electricity, yes or no? We definitely need electricity. As a growing nation, we need electricity. But we don't have a lot of sources of electricity. So you can simply say, sir, why not nuclear energy and other energies? But they cannot sustain, or they are not long-term viable solutions. It will take time for any country. I hope you will remember this. Okay. And the editorial also argues that you should not be surprised, because so many people, so many committees and so many international reports also have mentioned that there is a threat. As yesterday we have discussed, the lake is supposed to be slowly the lake is shrinking, and that is also a problem. You have to keep an eye on the lake. See, shrinking naturally is one thing, shrinking through anthropogenic activities is one thing, expansion of lake through water is one more thing. Don't confuse these three things. Okay, holding capacity, water too much has increased, then it will burst. Okay, so that simple point you remember. Next, what other articles are there? Right. See, it's common sense that we have something called as rule of law. What is rule of law? Don't go into technicalities. Simply tell me, what is rule of law? Rule of law is procedure established by law, due process of law. What is simply? If something happens, you should go according to the law. Everything should be done according to some procedures. Okay. So unless it's a national security case or some aspects like that, okay, it is your right to know why you are being punished or why you are being arrested. So first information report will cite certain details, like this person has done this crime, okay, and because of that crime we are punishing him. So it's my right as a media company to know what is my problem. Earlier in Kerala, we have seen a similar case, that is Media One case. Okay, the government of India decided that this Media One company or some media company is not working in favor of India, so we are banning it. The company went to the court saying, at least we should know why are we being punished. Is it because whims and fancies? That means on my own I decided my opposition party member, let him be arrested. It cannot work like that. No, there should be a rhyme and reason. Then government of India gave the report in a sealed cover. That means to the eyes of the judge only. The government knows why it banned that company, the judge knows why it banned the company, but who is being banned? The company. The company doesn't know why it is being banned. The government knows, judge knows. If the judge says, okay, I understood. How? See, you can also write, stay silent, I will give you promotion. Yes or no? In the sealed cover. Yes, I'm just kidding. But the point is what? Sealed covers are antithesis to democracy. That means transparency should be there in any arrest. Even if it's national security, redact certain lines. The rest all you can disclose. Okay, so just understand that any punishment should be on the basis of rule of law, basic. And unfortunately, this is not the first time we see. We have seen this kind of cases hundreds of times. That is a sad story. Okay, next. This is important for your general essay or what? Ethics paper maybe, but mostly essay paper. Why this person has won the Nobel Prize? You have to remember the word unsayable for his innovative play and prose which give voice to the unsayable. Right? What is unsayable? Suppressed people. Indian Express has a very verbose, flowery editorial today about the same topic. We will also see that. Same line in Indian Express also. For his innovative plays in prose in giving voice to the unsayable. What is unsayable? Early in the morning you are having coffee and the rain is falling and you are having a smell. Okay, the experience you go through probably is unsayable. Yes or no? There is actually a name for the term. The rain smell has a term. Everything has a name in some or the other language. Okay, but the thing is exactly you cannot express. Yes or no? The human emotions are so complicated, so complex and so intertwined, sometimes you cannot express. Okay. Sorry. For example, this line, a near fatal accident when he was a child. Okay, that means he almost lost his life. Okay, so going through the traumatic experience, he has developed his own expression style, thought process style. Okay, so there is audience for every kind of writing style. Sometimes very difficult, sometimes like 1-2 lines, haiku poems or Kabir ke doha or Rumi ka poems. All these are what? Expressing the unsayable in a very poetic way. How will you use it for UPSC is the most interesting thing. How will you use? The thing is, it is not written in English. His writing is mostly in Norwegian language, which is also not a very famous Norwegian language. That means even the most remote, what we call as minority languages or something like that, or microscopic languages, even they are getting recognition. He is a celebrity in Norway. Okay, till yesterday I'm pretty sure 90% of the world has never ever heard about him. Yes or no? Not even by mistake. Right? The thing is, irrespective of language, irrespective of culture, okay, human emotions are common everywhere. Yes or no? Suppression, fear, things which you cannot express, dark thoughts, depression, mental health issues, all these are what? Common in every culture. So you can use this in expressing that particular thought process. For example, somebody in Chhattisgarh might have written even better prose than him. Yes or no? Why? Vernacular language allows you to express things in a much better way. Yes or no? Even if I translate his language or his book into English, do you think the exact translation will come? Yes or no? It will lose the impact, but the essence is human emotion and the pain. So if you are writing an essay, you can think about it, how humans are same everywhere, irrespective of language. We all have the same thought process. Okay, it doesn't matter in which language you're expressing, people will understand. Okay, probably we should also introspect as a nation. There are so many dialects, so many languages within our country. There are so many great authors in vernacular languages. So English is not the only dominant language for book writing and all those things. Even vernacular books have to be encouraged. Yes, when is the last time you have read a vernacular book? On Vinayak Chauthi, you might have read the stories, no? No? Yes. When is the last time you read a vernacular book? Or any Indian author? Don't say Chetan Bhagat. Okay. Which is? Yes. Off the record, I will have some comment about that, but not on the record. Okay. Yes. Hindi books. That's good. You understand the problem? Vernacular language is being not celebrated. That is one dimension you can think about. Okay. Now coming back to Hindu again. Again, for some reason, the Bihar caste census issues refuses to go away from the editorials page. So, what is the major crux of the Bihar caste census? We have seen two demands, or at least now the common consensus is on almost all editorials is this: demand for 50+% of the reservation will increase. Demand for what? 50+% of the reservation will increase. That is one thing. Second thing is, are we going to use it for caste consolidations or for welfare obligations? What else? Next. Till now, the criticism of caste census is they are not accurate. They are not being done properly. What happened in 2011 is government gave the enumerators blank forms and it said, please ask everybody their caste. When I started asking the caste, people added their surname as a caste, subcaste as a caste. Like this, so many castes have been created. Yes or no? So how many castes have been created? The number is staggering. The number is 46 lakhs. The number is what? 46 lakh castes are there. Imagine 1.4 billion people divided into 46 lakh castes. The problem there was, instead of asking, do you belong to OBC? What is your subcaste in OBC? They have asked, what is your caste? And the person genuinely don't understand the difference between caste, surname. Sometimes we don't even know where they originated, right? 300 people can have a caste, subcaste. Yes or no? So what Bihar government this time has done smartly is, they have already labeled all the 200 plus something castes. Okay. So in Bihar, there are, according to government of Bihar, only 220 something. Now everybody has to fit under some or the other thing. So if you say, sir, I am XYZ, but I am XYZ 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 is subcaste, but you actually come under XYZ only. So all the so it's like more or less streamlining the castes. Okay. By doing this, the number has a standardization. This can be this can be enumerated in other areas. This is the summary of the article in one way. Okay, that means there should be some standardization. Okay, there should be some thought process behind the exercise. And one common mistake we should not do is, Bihar doesn't actually represent India. When we collate all the pan-India numbers, the data will change. Yes or no? In Bihar, there are 63% OBCs. In some other state, it might be only 30. Yes or no? Unless we have a pan-India consensus and scientific census, okay, Bihar numbers are just an indicator. They cannot be taken as a benchmark for pan-India application of other laws. And in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, they have already conducted caste census. Now the pressure will be on the other states to also release the data for caste census. So the line you will remember is what gets measured gets improved. Yes or no? End of the day, you have to measure the caste so that we will know whom to ever, whom not to empower. Next. Today in Times of India, there is one more article. The article talks about the reservation system in Mysore Kingdom in 1920s. What happened in 1920s in Mysore Kingdom was they had a reservation system. According to my understanding, I might be wrong. Their argument is 50% reservation for all sections. Instead of saying STs should have only 7.5 reservation, I am giving STs also how much? 50%. SCs is supposed to be how much? 15%, right? So instead of 15%, they are eligible for 50% reservation. Okay, so that means all the backward classes or all the people who are vulnerable will have an open quota of 50%, and people who are well off can go above into the unreserved category. Okay, that means irrespective of your population strength, I am giving you more opportunities. For some others, I may be little bit restricting. He argues that the number may not be 50. Let's say in India, we can say 70% reservation for all the people who belong to reservations. That means OBCs, EBCs, EWS, SC and ST. So 70% reservation pool is open for everybody. Okay, the rest 30 or 40 is open for the unreserved. Okay, so that is he argues. He says the merit is instead of restricting people only to 7.5, 15, 27.5 artificially, okay, give them an opportunity, and within that the best will always get the chance. Okay, again I know it's counterintuitive and all those things, because the real life application is if I don't find 7.5%, I will reduce the cutoff. Yes or no? I have to fill 7.5% STs in any reservation pool. So if I don't find 7.5% reservation, only 6% is being filled by STs, then I will reduce the cutoff. Sometimes in some entrance tests, the cutoff went even into negative, 0. Just you wrote the exam, you are selected. Why? The rule artificially seals the limit to 7.5%. That means simple language, I am filling 100 seats. Okay, 7 or 8 seats are supposed to go to STs. So I will see the cutoff, general cutoff, then EWS, OBC, SC, ST, like this I will reduce the cutoff. So I will look at ST candidates, 6 people are coming in a particular cutoff, 6 seats are filled, but I still have 2 vacancies. But the vacancy is very, very, very low, like cutoff is 1. Still I have to reduce the cutoff to 1. I have to reduce the cutoff till I feel the 8 seats are remaining the 2 seats. So that is a problem. Okay, I hope you understand. So that is one more thought process. But the thing is, governments of the state might conduct the caste census. At the national level, government might announce a committee to announce a committee. Okay. Next. Diffusing the ticking time bomb called diabetes. Okay, this article is logical extension of our old discussion. Do you remember fat tax? Right. So if you look at the screen, what are the food items that he mentions? Drinks, instant cereals, chips, fruit flavored drinks, instant noodles, cookies, ice creams. All these are what? Fast foods or processed foods. We don't officially call them as junk foods, right? We call them as instant food or instant fast food or something like that. Okay, he mentions all these things are the reasons why in India we are having a high amount of diabetes. Okay, so diabetes have different types. He simply argues it like this. He starts with a fact. You can learn art of answer writing from here also, right? He doesn't just say diabetes is a problem in India. He says 11.4% of Indian population or 10 crore people are living with diabetes. Just imagine the number, 10 crore people are having diabetes, and additionally 13.6 crore people have pre-diabetic condition. What is pre-diabetic condition? That means they are about to qualify to become a total diabetic. So these have a lot of impacts. These diseases are called as what diseases? Non-communicable diseases or lifestyle diseases. What is causing the lifestyle change? Good amount of foods. Okay, why are we consuming the foods? Busy life is one thing, they are making it very easy for us to purchase. I told you behavioral economics, right? When you go into the supermarket, the first thing you see is pink color packet, shiny chips will be there. Okay, fruits will be somewhere in the remote corner. You have to ask the vendor, where is the fruit stall? Yes or no? But the moment you enter the supermarket, in front of you, if you see shiny fruits, what will you purchase? Probably fruits. Yes or no? This is behavioral economics. But companies will pay extra money to the supermarkets for what? To keep the chips packet in front. I hope you understand, right? Okay. So he simply argues one more point. He says the sale of sugar sweetened beverages have fallen in the last 20 years in many high income countries, probably thanks to education awareness, or I don't know for what reasons. Okay, they have stopped drinking cool drinks. So now what are companies trying to do? They are trying to target low and middle income countries to compensate for the market. So instead of selling all the Coca-Colas only in USA, now they are selling it in Indonesia, India, Africa and other places. So the world is a bigger market for these companies. India is happily allowing all these companies to flourish. Okay, so all of you know the solution. What should we do? We have to change individually. No company can change your mind if you choose to be having a healthy lifestyle. But at the same time, that is not easy, no? Who should change? Government should also change. So if you see at the last paragraph, he talks about the only way government can safeguard from the manipulative strategies of food industries is through legal framework with the objective of reducing, halting the consumptions of ultra processed food. Okay, see, on the other hand, it's an antithesis to whatever government of India is trying to do. We are trying to promote what? Processed food. On one hand, we are encouraging processed food. On the other hand, we are discouraging ultra processed food. So there should be a delicate balance. As I told, millets, organic, healthy, blah blah blah, and all those things have to be encouraged by government. So yada raja tada praja. As the government can decide people should eat good food, it will promote what? Good food. If government decides we should only promote or we should not do anything, the market will take care of itself. Okay, so he's asking the government to define a healthy food, a warning label on unhealthy food. Chips packet should have what? Statutory warning. Eating this will lead to obesity, just like cigarette packets. Yes or no? Did people stop smoking after cigarette packets? Technically, in Australia, the case study says 80% reduction has come down, or there is a 80% reduction in plain packaging of cigarettes. That means if you put only white sticker cigarette, that's all, people didn't find it attractive to smoke. They gave up on smoking. So government might start projecting, white color simple chips, and people might stop getting attention. But all these are what? Experiments to be done, and data has to be collected, and only time will tell. So people should change, companies should change, government should change. So that is what he is trying to argue. So he cites international example. South Africa, Norway, Mexico have taken similar actions. Because they have taken similar actions, okay, probably some lives might be saved. Okay, now close your eyes and try to think, why do you eat junk food? Again, as I said, we don't officially call them as junk food, but for understanding sake. Any of these things sound familiar, or anyone, like, is anyone present here fan of any of these products? For example, this one is common to all hostelers, all bachelors. Yes or no? Everybody is familiar with a yellow color product. Yes. When I was in Delhi, I survived only on that for a good amount of time. No? Why? Ice creams, okay. Energy bars, sweetened yogurts. No? Okay. Pizza. Pizza you don't like? Sometimes. See, even if you act like Mahatma Gandhi, I know you are not a saint. Why? All of us are human beings, okay? I'm just giving an opportunity to open up honestly, but I know what all of us eat. It's not like, we are saints. When you go to any mall, you definitely won't order fruit bowl. You'll order a pizza or a burger and you'll have a nice cup of cool drink. And if not cool drink, you'll drink what? Soda. Same color, same stuff, different color. Yes or no? So don't be shy in accepting we are all human beings. We are all product of marketing only, or outcomes of marketing. So understood the summary, right? So the other day we were blaming food for the NCD diseases. Today he is also citing one more NCD disease, that is diabetes. So Indians have to be very careful. 20 crore Indians are losing their ability to eat healthy food, good food, if they have the full-fledged diabetes. That is not a healthy lifestyle, no? For the rest of your life you have to suffer. So that is a serious problem. These are all called as silent pandemics. Silent pandemics. That means every day we don't know how many people are dying only because of disease. Corona time, so many people died. Road accidents kill 400 people every day. But are we discussing about road accidents? No. Why? It doesn't happen to everyone. So that is why we are not discussing. TB kills 16 lakhs Indians or something like that every year. Smoking kills so many Indians. Diabetes kills so many Indians. If we add all these diseases, every day these diseases are killing more than the COVID ever did. But we are not discussing about these things very seriously. Clear? Okay, right. Right. See, these are all a little bit advanced level articles, but let's try to understand slowly. Let's not go into the depth of the argument, but we will try to read para by para. At least the first paragraph I will discuss. We will try to read. Please read the first paragraph if you haven't read. What is the very first line in the article? India's national unity. Why is it important? Generally, when group of different people of different groups come and sit together, we have to live and let live. Yes or no? Or else there will be problems. Yes or no? Or else there will be problems. If irrespective of your religion, caste, community, financial status, gender, you can call yourself Indian, then there is Indian unity. Yes or no? Unity means what? It is the ability to accommodate the differences. It is the ability to accommodate the differences. I know you are different from me, but still I am okay with it. You are not compromising, you are not ignoring, you are accepting the difference. That acceptance is very, very important. Please understand that very nicely. Okay. IIT Bombay right now is having a debate. What is the debate? Vegetarian food versus non-vegetarian food. This debate is happening in IIT Bombay. Okay. See, when I say unity, I have a right, you have a right. If I say overlapping should happen, then there is a problem. Okay, this is accommodation. Okay, I will perfectly live in my circle, you will perfectly live in my circle. But the thing is, you are able to understand, see this, right? But the thing is, because of my circle, if I portray myself as superior over you, that is wrong thing. Okay, at the same time, because of differences, if I portray you are discriminating me, that is also wrong thing. I hope you understand. I am a vegetarian. I will come in front of you and I will preach. You are a non-vegetarian. Okay, you are a niche. ऐसा no? Niche खाते हो क्या? That is what the word is. That means impure thing. Niche क्या होता है? You get my point? Pure veg hotel. That means anything that is not veg is. You get my point? The thing is, I have huge respect for people who eat vegetarian. At the same time, I also should respect people who eat non-vegetarian. But the problem is, this group will believe that I am superior because you eat the impure things. Okay, then I will start imposing my values on you. At the same time, we have to be crystal clear. Somebody can be a vegetarian by a choice. He doesn't want to hurt animals. For example, Jainism believes we should not even hurt the plants also. That is why they don't eat rooted vegetables. Okay, so so if somebody wants to be a vegetarian on an ideology, not by religion, caste, or all those things, I should not force that people or person to eat the non-vegetarian stuff or eat something in front of him which might offend his feelings. You understand? It's a complex web of things, unexplainable things. Yes or no? I cannot explain. See, I have personally seen all these things. There are people who do not even prefer to eat in a plate which was used for an omelette. Okay. The thing is, they believe egg is a impure thing. Okay, that is his faith, that is his belief. Okay, I cannot say, see, as long as he says, please don't give me in a plate, that is his choice. Okay, but if he imposes his values on you, that you don't eat with me or in front of me, that is your choice. Right? So that accommodation, perfectly accepting that my friend is eating a chicken in besides me, and he is eating in a different plate, that is his choice. I respect, I accommodate that choice. At the same time, I want to eat in a vegetarian plate without mixing the plate also with others. So you can call it as caste or whatever, but the thing is, if as long as it is not imposed, but as a faith, if you are doing it, okay, there should not be a problem. But that accommodation is a very, very difficult line. So no, the moment I say plates should also not mix, it sounds pure casteist. Okay, at the same time, I will also argue it's a belief, right? You get my point? But you can also counter argue saying that that belief comes from casteism. It gets into complicated discussion, but let's not go there. But what I'm trying to say is both are beliefs. Accommodation is more important rather than overlapping or superior or inferior. Now, clear? Okay? Yeah. In the same way, in India, what do we have? We have to have three levels. See, Indian national unity evolved over centuries through political and social movements and legal and constitutional designs. That means Indian unity did not happen overnight. Indian unity happened by effort. Okay. See, geography is one common reason why we are all Indians. The first and most important point is geography. Okay. The next one is what? Legal and constitutional designs. We have a clear-cut political map. This says Indian sovereignty, Indian boundary. Okay, we are all Indians. Everybody born in India after this date with mother and father both are being Indians, like this, so on and so forth. You are also become a Indian. Next, social and political struggles we will see. Okay, the first dimension, there are three dimensions, right? What are the three dimensions? The first dimension is search for harmony and justice among the castes. What is the meaning of the term harmony here? Harmony is again accommodation, right? Harmony is finally accepting the difference or coming to a mutual compromise. Harmonies are developed only when we fully adjust. See, compromise is also not the right word there. Why? Compromise means temporarily truce. You are just accepting for a temporary time. Harmony means what? Long term thing. Harmony is finally accepting them. You are also Indian, I am also Indian, you are like this, I am like this, live and let live. That long term peace is more or less harmony. But that is among whom? Among the different castes. Next one is religious communities. Harmony among what? Religion communities. And the last one is common ground among regional identities. So there is a caste, there is a community, and there is common regional identities. So we have to build, forge, construct this harmony. It did not happen overnight. And communalism is not something that India discovered after 2014. Communalism has always been there in India. Yes or no? At least after independence we have good amount of communal violence. Caste violence is also a very common thing in India. Yes or no? Right? After that what? Regional identities. It took a good amount of time for all of India to, assimilate among itself. See, when India got independence, we were 500 plus princely states. Every kingdom is a independent entity, and there was no forged bond among them. You are always a Madrasi, you are always a Gujarati, you are always something, you are a Parsi, you are this, you are a Malayali, you are a Keralite. Yes or no? Most South India is what? Madrasi for the north. Yes or no? I hope you understand. Yes, and even today we don't even consider Northeast as fully assimilated. We are having that unity, but Manipur means something which we don't even understand. Let's be very honest about it. Yes or no? Yes, as I keep asking my students in my class, okay, how many of you have Northeast friends? Except for your Kendriya Vidyalaya friends or UPSC preparation friends, tell me how many of you have Northeast friends? People from Northeastern states. Manipur. Where? How? Where inter? Okay. That is a very strange coincidence, right? Normally it doesn't happen. Then, not a single person? How many of you have friends from North India? Let's say the Hindi belt, from Maharashtra to Delhi. Some of you have. Why the number has increased? South India? Forget about your own state. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala. That's why the geographical proximity, right? The unity. See, that is a perception. That is all human. Most Indians will never even bother to cross their own states. We don't even know what is happening in Karnataka, or you have no relation whatsoever with Karnataka also. The thing is, unity is something that we forge over time. But if something happens to a Manipuri girl or a boy, we will rise as a country. Why? We feel that she is also part of India. That is a social context, that is a political and legal construct. Either you have to have blood ties. Yes or no? For example, caste ties. How does caste ties arise? For example, a OBC, example wise only, don't take personal again. A OBC in Haryana got beaten. A community of OBCs got beaten somewhere. Okay. In Tamil Nadu also there might be protests. Array, our OBC fellow has been beaten. A Dalit boy or a SC student in, let's say, Haryana was beaten in school or something, or some atrocity happened. A Dalit girl was raped or something. So Dalits all over the country will feel anger. Okay. As a human being, everybody should be angry. I'm not saying it's only caste thing. I'm just giving an example that when I say you belong to somebody, some group, okay, you develop that identity. I hope you understand. Yes or no? See, gender is not a common unity thing. All men do not rise against atrocities towards one man. That doesn't happen. But probably that is true for women. Yes or no? Nirbhaya case. Every woman in the country was very angry with that particular incident. They understand the pain. That is a different scenario. But unity is a different thing. So social construct, legal construct, socio and economic construct. And money is the most common thing all of us understand. Tomorrow, if you have a 1 crore business in Manipur, automatically you will have 10 new friends in Manipur. Yes or no? Think about it. It doesn't matter where your business is. If you go to Tamil Nadu, you will make 10 Tamil friends. If you go to not Pakistan, South Manipur, or let's say even to Kerala also, tomorrow everybody will be your best friend. Money is one of the common uniting factors. Same rupee, etc. Got my point? So what he tries to argue here is he brings Gandhi as an example, Dr. Ambedkar as an example, and he tries to explain why unity is not such a easy thing within the castes. See, this you have to understand why this article is written now. Today we are saying all of us are Hindus. Okay, now the new caste census has proved that within Hindus there is huge inequalities. You understood? You remember, right? Every caste is also synonymous to its socio-economic conditions. If I say you are an SC person, within SC you are the third or fourth weakest group, then you are not as rich as a upper caste Hindu or someone. That means within the socio-economic things, your hierarchy is different, your finances are different, your access to power is different, your resources are different. Okay. So in India, caste is also synonymous to your social status, which also dictates your financial status. Yes or no? Which is the richest community in the country? Vaishyas. Still in art and culture classes only. Jains, Parsis, Jains and Parsis. Zoroastrians is one of the richest community in the country. Parsis, Zoroastrians are Parsis. Okay, Tata and all this. The next one is your Jains. Okay, they are hardly less than 2% of the population, but they are one of the richest community in the country. Did you ever see any social discrimination against Jains? Like they are not allowed to drink water from the wells, they are not supposed to go to schools, they are not supposed to touch others, they have to live outside the villages. Are these discriminations, are there limiting factors? No. But now imagine you are a Safai Karamchari. You are what? Safai Karamchari. That means person who cleans toilets or cleans the human waste and all these things. Okay. Mostly that work is 90% done by scheduled caste people. Okay. So such people are not even allowed into the village. If we take the census data or facts and all these things, how many crorpatis are there do you think in Jains, and how many crorpatis are there in Safai Karamcharis? You understand? Your social condition also indirectly influences your economic condition. I hope you understood the message, right? So what this article is trying to bring out is, as a society, we have a lot of socio-economic inequalities also. That is not exact summary. I'm just simplifying it for you. Harmony in a country should be at caste level, religion level and regional level. When the harmony is in letter and spirit, automatically that will build social capital. That will build what? Social capital. Peace, stability and harmony are the prerequisites of development. Yes or no? Peace, stability and harmony are prerequisites for development. Okay. I do not care if you are a Hindu, Muslim, Christian or whatever, as long as the accommodation part without showing off is happy, we will all grow together. Okay, but only I am great, only you are inferior, this will only lead to what? Frictions, and frictions will lead to instability. Okay, and he then goes on to blame BJP for homogenization, trying to impose Hindi language or Bharatiyata. There are so much drama that are happening in the country, right? So let's not go into politics, but you understood, right? Harmony leads to what? Overall development. But at the same time, please be very clear, The problem is never one side. Tali do haath se bajta hai. That means if there is a majority, there is a minority. There is a stupid in the majority, there must be a stupid in the minority also. Only then the friction will lead to fire. Yes or no? If all the majority is Gandhis also, then somebody will be a Godse. Yes or no? We cannot expect every human being to have rational thinking. Masses do not have rationality. By default, human beings are stupid. For some reason, luckily, we went to Mars also. Okay, so human stupidity is infinite, as big as the universe, as Einstein says. But some of them are really good. Because of the sum of them, the rest of us are happy. Clear? So believe that harmony and all these things are big words, but they can be attained. But it is human nature which decides the long-term solutions. It takes time, peace, energy, compromise, mutual understanding for harmony to be achieved. I will tell you a simple example. When is the last time you traveled in a railway coach, sleeper AC or whatever? Recently? How many of you have traveled in a sleeper class train? Yes, all of you have, right? Okay. What did you observe in the train coach? Huge amount of diversity. Even for a 12-hour journey, we have to compromise. A child is crying. A uncle is having a loud snore. Okay, somebody is talking loudly on phone. Somebody is playing music very loudly, stupidly. Right at the 12 p.m., he is talking very loud. This is reflection of our society also. For a 12-hour journey, we had to have what? A little bit of social compromise. We accommodate and we go. We don't wake up that uncle and say, why are you snoring so loudly? This is not your bedroom. Yes or no? We cannot beat him. Why? First of all, it's illegal. Second of all, chalta hai. It's okay. We accommodate. In social media, I will shout, that's that. But when it comes to face, we 9 out of 10 times go say, chalo, jaan do. Live one, let live. Yes or no? The luxury of social media is, if the same uncle is snoring in social media, I will shout at him. But face to face, I will never do that. That is basic human decency. Got my point? Okay. So harmonies are forged on the streets, not in academic circles, or not in social media, or not through armchair discussions. I hope you understand. So remember, it takes a great amount of deal to break India, or to break this Bharatiyata or unity of India. Just a few people shouting India tukde tukde ho jaye, won't even scratch the surface of India, because India is not geography. India is people, and people have much more wisdom and understanding than any book can give you. Yes or no? I hope you understand. Yes, got my clarity? So don't get carried away by caste and all these things, but at the same time we have to humbly accept that caste is a social evil. It will take some good amount of time for India to remove casteism. Yes. I hope you got some perspective. The context of the article is caste census, Hindi imposition, and the next year elections. Yes or no? The South India, North India debate, the Hindi debate, and caste census debate. Everything comes into the picture in this article, right? But we should not brush away the data. We should openly discuss as a matured country. Any questions? Am I too fast or going high? Are you able to understand what am I trying to imbibe in you? Yes or no? Yes. If you don't understand anything, do let me know. And I'm also a very rational person. I won't say only one group have a problem. It is not the case. Always all groups will have problems. But the problem is, we stop talking to societies. Yes or no? We actually are, most of us are armchair thinkers. We live in a bubble. We actually don't go to the grassroots level and talk to the people. Yes or no? Did you ever wonder how probably the domestic maid in your house or the bhaji shop wala are living, or how an auto driver is able to survive even in the inflation? Yes or no? Think about it. Today, even today, see, I live in a state, Telangana. Telangana is one of the richest states in the country. It has the highest per capita income. Okay, and at the same time, I know people who are surviving in barely 3,000 rupees salary, 4,000 rupees salary in Hyderabad also. How can someone survive for a month with a family with 4,000 rupees salary, 5,000 rupees salary? They are also able to afford clothes, buy things. See, definitely they are not happy. Yes, there are people with that, and there are people who earn 4 crores, 5 crores per month also in Hyderabad, business shops and all these things. So there is Banjara Hills, there is also slum. Yes or no? You have to think about the society also. That will open up your thought process. Yeah, right. And these are the major articles in Hindu today. In Indian Express, if time permits, please read this article. The value of their work. This is unpaid work for women. Okay, interesting articles. Tomorrow we will start the class with this particular article. Okay, yeah. Any questions? No? Right. See you all tomorrow then. Thank you.